If you've been on the internet for any amount of time, you might recognize this. This is Bad Apple, a song from the Touhou Bullet Hell series that was remixed by Austromeria Records and then had a music video made by several Japanese fans. This music video has become a form of meme as of the mid-2010s, where its popularity saw a resurgence with many people recreating the infamous Shadow Puppet video with, well, whatever they could. One of the internet's staple rules: if it has a screen, it can doom, and if it has two colors, it can bad apple. I've been intrigued by this song and video since I was a teenager, and was always impressed by the sheer commitment from the Touhou fandom, even as someone who isn't really a part of it. Look, I've played one game on normal difficulty, Mountain of Faith, and I can't even finish it. So, a few weeks ago, I collected a list of 50 different versions of this song and /or music video, and ranked them live. It took over 4 hours, but it was a fun time nonetheless. Now, I want to make this clear beforehand. I don't think any of these videos are objectively bad. I hope I'm not hurting any of the artists' feelings, all of whom showed an immense amount of effort behind every single one of these. We were just ranking them in comparison to one another, and which ones were a bit more impressive than others. That's all. And if you want to check out any of these videos afterwards, which I highly encourage, there'll be a link in the description to the full spreadsheet that has every single video linked and titled for you. Without further ado, let's go. So we're going to just do this randomly, and we're going to go through them one at a time. Also, we'll collaborate on what our opinion of it should be. All right, so Minecraft, Bad Apple in Minecraft with command blocks is our very first one. I don't understand how command blocks work. So they used a resource pack with edited audio and items in item frames to make this work, according to the description. This is by Black Creeper. Took them about 30 to 40 days to do, so this took them over a month. Okay, it's actually like displaying it, like they're showing proof that they aren't just playing a video on top of their gameplay. Okay, I'm thinking this is a B tier. And the reason why I'm only putting it there, I don't think, like, I want to make this clear is, like, I don't want this to be shade towards any of the artists, because everybody who makes one of these put an immense amount of work and passion into them, right? My reason for B with this is, although you took a month to make, the effort must be tremendous, but it's basically Bad Apple. Exactly, that's it. It's like, you're just kind of playing the video on screen in Minecraft. You know, there's nothing like really changing it. You know, there's no audio change at all. It's just kind of playing it like it's a movie theater screen in Minecraft, which is a lot of work. Looking at the amount of command blocks there, if every one of those was programmed, that's nuts. I do crazy Minecraft projects sometimes. I couldn't sit there and do that, I don't think. But I don't know if this is like, I think there's some more impressive stuff that we have coming up, possibly, or more interesting. So I think this is like a very good middle of the pack of, I ran Bad Apple in Minecraft. I think B is fine for this one. Let's see this. So this is Bad Apple, but you have to dodge the black pixels by Tuvert. All right. Oh, this is cool. I didn't know you could make custom levels in, Oh, man, that's got to get hard on the color switches. But I didn't know you could do custom levels on Super Mario 64. Maybe this is like some kind of mod pack or something. This is like the opposite of a bullet hell, where instead of projectiles coming at you, you're just trying not to touch the floor. It adds some interactability. Yeah, like, that's super big. That's cool. You do get the bonus of, like, it looks like you can double jump. Yeah, you can double jump, so at least you can, like, keep yourself in the air for a moment so that you don't take, like, a point of damage, like there where it was swapping back and forth. You can keep himself aerial. I'm thinking A on this one. This is pretty cool. This is like a high tier A. How are we feeling? You give that one a B? I'm thinking I want to put this one in A because it's a little more interactive. It feels a little more original, I would say, than just playing the video in Minecraft, right? You'd also have to program the layer to, like, in some way to, like, recognize when it's safe on white and dangerous on black. The only thing that doesn't keep me in S is that like, as much as they seem to know the video, they don't have this down pat. I would have expected maybe a little more knowing it what to do. I'm not going to say that I would have been able to do it perfectly, but I feel like they could have known the pattern a little bit more. It's rude for me to say that. I think that one's interesting. It does just kind of play the video, but it is, you actually are interacting with the video in an interesting way. Oh, and the 3D printer. Holy. Look at that. Who's, also for credit, this is by Jack Luxack. Bad Apple, but it's on a 3D printer. Music and video. Okay. Question, are the Touhou games that bad in terms of difficulty? I mean, I find it hard, but I'm also just don't play. Oh. S? I think this is an S tier. This is really cool. You've got the sound of it being completely made by the machine from the sounds of it. You've got, oh, the touch there that, like, hold on, look. I want to go back a second. The touch there, the way that they're showing the black and white by having this part, you know, walled off, but this one fades out, like, that's great. That was really good. Oh my god. Now that's the way to end it. Yeah, that's definitely getting S. There's no question in my mind. That is fully worthy of an S. I don't know what this is going to entail. Oh. Oh, it's made up of like a bunch of different scenes. It looks like weird AI. But it is frames. This is really trippy. It feels like I'm watching the rest of Bad Apple playing in like fast forward. Does that make sense? Like when I stare at the scenes changing, it feels like I'm watching it go through at like 20 times speed. I would say high B. Yeah, I think high B is fair. Okay, so this is Bad Apple on pin art in Blender. I like the touch of having the little nubs just kind of barely come out for stars. That's cool. Okay. That's a lot. How are we thinking about this one? I'm a bit split. Because Blender is a lot of work. And as much as like this is like asking for an impossibility, we just watched somebody use a 3D printer to do this. Also, credit for this one is to Pixifix. It would be better if it was made IRL. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say, is I think this would be better if it was made IRL. It's a lot of effort on display for like animating, obviously. But the cuts like this kind of zoom in, this just looks like shit. I'm gonna be completely honest. The zoom, the cut to like being so close you can't even see the video, and like the constant motion is a bit distracting. I'm gonna drop this one to C myself. I think it'd be cooler if it was in person. Still a lot of work, but not the most interesting one we have here. Low A maybe. People really like this one. Okay, I'll bump this up to B. Because people are giving this a lot higher than I am. Hey Red, maybe a suggestion, but maybe move your avatar to the front of the chat so we can properly see the uploaders. Oh shoot. Okay, thank you. That's a good call. There. Hey, I'm hanging out over here with you guys. This is by Trezania, and we have Bad Apple played on Minecraft Sheep, the original, supposedly. This is A tier. It's flipping Minecraft Sheep. I agree. I like this one quite a bit, but I don't want to give it too much. Let's see this. This is the highest rated part. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm going to rank this a bit higher just because of this specific reason. Look what they did. I'm going to rank this a little bit higher than I normally would. I think it's another command block situation, so I'm going B. I'm going to rate it in either high B or low A just because of the touch that... Look at what they did with the fire. Watch the sheep. They use different colors of gray to touch. It's more elaborate than the one. Yes, that's why I want to rank it a little bit higher. They use the little touches of gray sheep, like the different variants of gray, to do the fire. I think like in a lot of other ones where they only had the two colors, where they could have just done only black and white and it would just look like a muddled mess. they could have gone with it, but they used the gray sheep. I think that's like a good, you know, a good, really, really good touch. What am I feeling? How do I feel about it compared to the other command block one? I like it more than the command block one. I think it's a little more interesting than that. Bad apple, but played on apples. So this is done by Obi-Wan. Haha. Now, this is immediately going to have the same problem as the previous one we did. Here's the thing about this one. I'm also tutoring Blender now. This is a Blender video. It looks like it's Blender. Yeah, D. I'm thinking as well. It's, if you're gonna do it in Blender, if you're gonna go for it, I don't like the deceptiveness that it's like not even fully properly like clean cut in some of these. Like it's like trying to be blurry with the pictures. Some of them aren't fully like realized. Like look at the edges in comparison. It's a lot of work again, but this is again an issue of it'd be more impressive if it was done IRL. I think I want to drop this to C because of that. I think, honestly. Because this one's like, it feels like it's being deceptive. This one, yeah, I didn't like those camera motions that it had. This is Bad Apple, but played using Iron Trapdoors Minecraft by Tommy Hetrick. I'm getting the impression this is another command block one. Another command block situation. It seems like it, yeah. Also, I'm going to be honest, if you're going to use the iron trapdoors, those things have an irritating noise. I want to hear that going off in unison, baby. It is, I'll say this, it is surprisingly fluid looking. I'm not sure. I think it's the same thing with like the other command block ones where it's just like, I think I like it less than the sheep, but more than the, just the pure running it in Minecraft. I think right there in B seems about fine. So this is by Imp Muse, and it's Bad Apple, but it's Molecular Dynamics Simulation. This one looks kind of weird. It's making me think of like a ball pit, and I want to like just swim around in it. It looks really satisfying. Or just something to run my hand through. Like it looks really nice to run your hand through. A little bit hard on the eyes, admittedly. How did the turnover work? I want to look at that. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So it like the white is like there's a little bit more space between them than all the other ones. And then when it does the swap over, they all just push together. But then the wave of motion goes out amongst those. That's kind of cool. Oh, the pedals in the wind look super weird. Check that out. Watch that when the pedals start flying. They look like meteorites falling out of space, and she's like cutting them with her sword. That's kind of neat. Yeah, I think top of B is good for that. So this is Bad Apple, but it's a slice of volume from Flavored Saucer. Oh, that's weird. Ooh. My brain wants to just stare at like the part that is... Oh, when it goes full, it's like when I'm in Minecraft, looking at the world in spectator mode when I'm in a cave. I'm looking for all the diamonds so I can cheat. It doesn't feel... it feels weird. And I don't know why. It's like making me feel uncomfortable when it's in this form and not the blocky one. Because the blocky one, it feels like Minecraft when you're in spectator mode staring through rocks, right? And seeing the cave layouts. This part, I don't know what it is that's throwing me off. I think it's because it looks like weird bones. And I just want to stare at like the blue outline because at least I know that is the volume. But when I look at like the other parts of it, it's just like super weird. This one's intriguing. Okay, look at this. Look, that looks like a spine. That looks like a spine. Whoa. Where are we thinking of this? I genuinely don't know where to put this. I'm thinking A, just because it's so weird. I think I kind of started liking it the more the moment just before you stop. Yeah, I was like mesmerized. That's why I had to stop it, because otherwise we were going to watch the whole thing. It's really weird. I think A for that one. Like, we haven't gotten this much of a reaction from any of them yet. So this one is an audio one. I kept this. So this is by, I'm going to see if I can pronounce this. Avlonskit. Man, it's almost got some Final Boss vibes going on. Like that choir coming in and the strings. The strings are really giving, like, Peril vibes. Bad Apple is the final boss. It sounds like a final boss version. Oh, wow. The fluidity. Oh! And the highlighting of the map. Oh, that's... Oh! Hey, that's cool. Okay. Oh, this one's awesome. I really like this. The crazy thing is that, like, he's getting it to rhyme, too. Like, it just, like, I've only just started paying attention now to see if it rhymes. Yeah, like, the words are still attempting to fit the meanings of the songs, but they're still rhyming on top of that. Like, this is very impressive. Whoa. It's the unnecessary visual touches. Like, I thought this was just going to be an audio one, but no, like, there is an element of visual play here. The unnecessary but beautiful one brings together. It's an S for me. I'm thinking S as well. I'm serious. I think this is an S. And then he's rhyming it. They're rhyming it with different languages. This is S. This is absolutely an S tier. Now the question is it more impressive than 3D Printer? I think I kind of have to bring 3D Printer down. 3D Printer was sick. This is just like a whole other level. That's a whole new ball game. Bad Apple, but it's actually playable by Creepy Ninja. Oh, it's actually a Touhou level. Oh, this is going to get messy. How are you going to do the swap overs? Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, this right here. How are they not going to get hit? Are they going to get hit? Okay, they're using something to guard themselves. Okay. Even the touch that they're kind of faded out for the smoke. That's good. Holy sh... This is going at least next to the Super Mario 64 one. I think it's top of A. I think it goes above because they took the game that it's from, the series. But yeah, no, that's easily like an A tier. Like, absolutely fucking awesome job, Creepy Ninja. That's sick. Oh, this one came out only 10 months ago. I found this like while doing some last minute searching. I don't want to watch the whole thing. I recommend going and watching this whole thing. I haven't seen the whole thing. Ah, very smart. Oh, and he had it. Hold on, go back. Right to the screen. He's got them color coded for ones that he has to add, and then ones he's going to be removing. Those are lusciously red.
Exactly that.
Oh, they're plastic apples. Okay.
This project has been such as Desmos, VS Code, Minecraft.
Hey, there's the sheep.
Someone
We
even
already did that
carved
one.
it into an apple.
What? There was
one is fake.
we called it. See, that other one. That's the one that we were watching earlier. But where's the real apple one? Do I have that on my list? Oh, I hope I do. I'm going to watch this on my own later, like the whole thing, but I don't want to just sit here and steal views for the whole video. So if you're interested in watching the engineering and computer science sections, please check this out. Oh, he used a real apple for the apple in the... That's fun. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's genuinely super sick. How are we feeling? Because I kind of want to give S tier to this. Like, not only is it just... the making it out of the apples, but you also like showed the whole process, like bass music choices in the video, I must say. I just want to put it a little bit behind Printer, just because Printer also did the audio. Okay, so apparently this is a very funny remix. It's cute. Ooh. So they're using the sound effects in the song. It's not doing the video, but it's a complete... But they are making their own video of it in black and white. I like the sound. The song itself kind of fucks right now. It sounds more like a Western pop song almost. Does that make sense to everybody? A? You thinking A? I really do like the song. The only reason I want to rank it a little lower is just because it didn't have a visual, like it wasn't Bad Apple visually. I think low A is fine. I think low A is fine for that. Okay, so now we're on Bad Apple on the Apple II by Xlong. This one's kind of funny that it's on the Apple II. This is originally from Billy Billy, apparently. Oh, you got it going on two different things. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. This one was pretty cool. I think low A seems, I think, fine. I think low A is fine for that. That was pretty cool. Oh, this sounds like it's gonna be fun. I animated it from memory. So this sounds like it's gonna be funny. So this is by Goose Gone Viral. Her arms are just kind of dangling there. This is about as good as I could animate, so I'm not gonna comment on that. Use your imagination. Yeah, drop the cup. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I remembered. You know what? Honestly, really good effort. We're gonna make this one the image, because we didn't even get to Flambe. Holy shit, that was fucking funny. Use your imagination. This is really getting me. As an adaptation, it doesn't really cover a whole lot of it. I'm gonna put it in C. It's funny. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking funny. And I think this will be the eternal gatekeeper of C to B. I'm gonna put it down in C. But with, like, notable exception that this is like the equivalent of Hades, you know? Like, the god of death being sent down to the underworld. Yeah, you know, he's not a bad guy. He's still a god. He's down here because he has to be. While we're doing this break, I think I want to bump the 3D printer above. Only because it made the song on its own, and it still has the Bad Apple adaptation in it. This still doesn't actually have the video. It has the really cool parts, and it's like a very close second, but I think we should probably put that up in first, I think. Let's take a look. White, it hurts. Hold on. Hold up here. Hold on. No. You ain't getting out of my reach. Hold on. What is this? Whoa! Oh my god, their computer must be There it is. There's the crash. Look, I've used Mac, right? Like, I use Mac for, like, making my thumbnails now. It's what I used to use just for only making videos up until, like, halfway through last year. Finder on Mac is so much better than File Explorer on Windows. File Explorer is the slowest, most inaccurate pile of shit for trying to find a file I have ever had to use in my life. I cannot imagine what is happening to this person's computer right now. I want to see the temperature. Oh, the music's even just the pitch up and down. That's cool. So, like, here's my problem with this one, though, so far. Is that as freaking crazy impressive as it is, like, when I'm scrolling right here, I can see the image better than when I'm looking at it right now. Like, this isn't translating perfectly over. I think this window is just too big. And the background white is interfering with the black image's abilities to actually fill in the rest of the space. If that makes sense. Like, it's only when I shrink this down that it's like, oh, that kind of looks like Bad Apple. But even then, it's still hard to tell because you get so much white space there. I kind of want to put this at the top of B now. I want to put this above the fluid animation, I think. Because, like, there's a lot of good things going on here, but it's also just not, like, really showing itself super well as Bad Apple, I think. I think top of B is very fair for this one. So this is Bad Apple TI-84 plus SE new arrangement from FB39CA4. The sound mix is surprisingly good for a calculator. This looks like a DS cutscene now. Yeah, this is pretty good. This one's pretty good, I think. Oh, let's skip to the end and see what they did. Let's see. They built a cell phone frame out of Technic pieces. Okay. Pretty fluid. It's got its own remix. I'm thinking this belongs beside the Apple II. I think this belongs beside the Apple II. This is Bad Apple, but it's only subtitles, so I have to turn on the YouTube subtitles for... Oh, goodness. Noctwind. Holy mother of fluid. And we were just talking about that in the last one. Oh, this might be another S. And think about this. When you watch subtitles on YouTube, they don't change for like a couple seconds. This would have to be put to the nanoseconds in the YouTube subtitle editor. Oh my god. This is... I want to put this in S. I'm going to be completely real. I want to put this in S. Like, at least at the bottom. This is an unholy level of work. Okay, so it's Bad Apple. Done in Undertale font. This animation really does inspire an absolutely unhinged level of dedication, people. It does. Also, hello, Wes. Ooh! Silver Gunner... This is kind of cheating, because, like, Silver Gunner's just always good. Unfortunately for me, I'm just going to have to put the word Undertale in the middle of my... in the middle of my tier list. It's a good mix. It sounds like Undertale. I think it's a little bit boring. It's a good remix. But I think we're going to put it down here. Like, remember, none of these are, like, bad. We're going by interesting. It's a good remix. The classic version of Bad Apple mixed in there is nice touch. Yeah. I just don't think, like, these are more interesting. Everything above this is more interesting. It lacks the animation, too, yeah. Like, there's literally no visual aspect other than the word Undertale. Which I understand is the bit with Silver Gunner. It's every single song on that channel is just, like, oh, it's not the song you expected, but... Silver Gunner's iCarly boss theme is really good too. That was really good. D tier for the mismatched thumbnail. Ooh, a little bit tempting because it does kind of ruin. Yeah, you know what? We'll put that down in D. It's a good bop, but it doesn't even have an animation. Yeah, fuck it. It gets down there. It's not even the Bad Apple. This at least was like trying, and it's a banger mix too. On top of that, Light's gonna be upset when he sees this. Okay. So this one's included just because this is like the iconic English version of the song. Those words, those lyrics. We'll do this to separate the fact that it's the Christina V version. We'll do the opposite colors. I'm not going to put this one super high. I just kind of wanted it because, like, it's, like, the iconic English version. I'm going to put it down in C. Ophelia VA cover. Yeah, she sings it really, really well. It's just not super interesting because it's just the English cover and I just wanted to have it. But I'm going to put it in C. A tier, it's just the song but in English. That is a fair judgment. It is the song just in English. You know what? Here, how about this? I'll bump it up to B. I'll bump it to B. because it is good, and I think it's sung really well. This is Bad Apple in Firefox browser tabs by A4. Oh, the hardware. How do these people's computers not just, like, set on fire doing this kind of stuff? Like, that's got to be really resource intensive. I kind of want to drop this one down. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this one up one. This one back one. And we're going to put this ahead of it. I think B. Yeah, I think B is pretty fair for this one. It's really good. Lego EV. This is going to be like the ultimate autistic version of the calculator. And I say that as somebody who was also in robotics in middle school. I used to play with these things all the time. I should probably get tested. Even the music's playing out of it. Holy cow. It's just playing from the raw brick. It's not even plugged into anything. Because even the calculator was plugged into a computer, it looked like. I think low. I think it belongs just below the calculator. Because even though the calculator was plugged into the computer, it also had its own sound to it. And was a little bit more pixelated. This just looks like it's kind of running off of the brick. This is RPH with Bad Apple playing on the Minecraft multiplayer, or Minecraft player list. That log is going crazy. Okay, so this looks like it's like the server list when you would tab out and like see who's online. Like that's what this is supposed to be. I don't think there's a lot. Here's the thing that's missing from these Minecraft ones. Why don't we have one that uses the note blocks to make the music? Out of all the Minecraft ones so far, yeah, I think it's more interesting than the command blocks, but that's about it. This is by Monty Minty Pie, and it's Bad Apple, but it's a Windows virus. Badapple.exe. Okay. Showing off immediately by not having the Windows be the character, but making the empty space between all your windows be the character. This is another, how did this not crash your computer? Or rather, how many times did it crash your computer question? I like this one a lot. I think this is my favorite one of the computer ones so far. For having like a really technically low pixel count to like do it, which is like with the way that the windows are appearing, it's super fluid. I wouldn't mind getting a virus like this. Please don't actually send me a virus like this. Where are we thinking on this one? I think this place is pretty high. I'm honestly thinking this goes like up with the subtitles. I'm thinking maybe S with this one. I really like this. But it's like, do I think this is better than these two is the thing. As much in my heart as I want it to be S, I think it's A. Bad Apple in IBM. This is by Distwave. So we got another old computer one. 3D model one in A tier? Yeah, that one is pretty rude. Ooh. This one uses a lot of weird characters to form them. That bass is hitting hard. I think I want to put this like next to the Apple, honestly. I think in A, I want to put this next to the Apple. Just because like it has like the same kind of energy with the old computer thing going on, but it looks really cool too. Oh, this is a good one. I know this one already, but I already know where this is going, and there's going to be no argument on where this goes. This is an S tier. This is posted by Mika Riffic. I know this is posted by a number of different people. This is one of the coolest collaborative efforts I've ever seen on the internet. So if you're not aware of what r/place is, I'm not super aware myself, but if I remember correctly, like every once in a while, Reddit pulls out a whiteboard and says anybody can place a pixel wherever, and so communities go on there and they draw a bunch of shit over like however long it's open. This is like the Touhou Discord and a couple of other groups, like I think a Vocaloid group teamed up to help out with this. Because here's the thing, when you're making this, other people can draw pixels to try and fuck with you. And they just managed to get through, do this entire thing as a team, thwarting off people that were trying to fuck with them, and managed to achieve this. It's so impressive. And to this level of quality, too. The amount of coordinate for this one is insane. Yeah, no, like, this is absolutely S tier. Yeah, Osu Place was also involved. r/Hatsune. Also, Reddit still can't draw a fucking Canadian maple leaf. Like, this has to be hundreds of people making it flow properly, pre-planning it, people fighting off other spammers. Like, you participated in it? Oh, wow, that's cool. I feel like looking at it, like, yeah, there's a couple people obviously putting in, like, spam colors, but, like, it's relatively being left alone, which I think is really cool of, like, Redditors just be like, oh, these people are trying to do Bad Apple, let's just let them do it. And, like, relatively speaking, it's being left alone, as far as I can tell. And it's just really nice. I assume it's like every person was given a pixel, or like a couple people were assigned to a pixel, and then like you would each click your color when you were told to, and then leave it alone as it needed to stay that color. Like, this is an S tier, but now the question is just, where does it go in S tier? Does this go to the top, is the question. Is this worthy of the #1 spot? I think there's an argument for it. Okay, let's compare it to the others. I think it's more impressive than the subtitles. I think it's more impressive because of the amount of work for the apples. This is where I start to falter a bit, and we really enjoy this one. I'm thinking it's either third, second, or first. It's topped S tier. Yeah, I think I agree. Like, even though it doesn't remix the music, this is the pinnacle of people coming together to make Bad Apple. I think I agree. Yeah, that is, like, the best one. And I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to take its place. That's an internet footnote right there. I think this one's audio. So this is by Mecha Art. These clicking at the start, good. I really like that sound. Good for setting the pace. These made it sound so close to like the actual song, it's terrifying. And I did not expect to hear that out of these hard drives. Right? Like, it sounds like the song. But then I'm just not feeling the replacement beeps for the vocalist. I'm not feeling it. Now, it's not to say, like, they probably only had so many things they could use, but I just don't think that beeping hits right. I'm gonna put this one in C, I think. It's gonna go... I think it's a little bit more impressive than the Blender pin art, I'll be real. Okay. That's kind of cool. You took all the image elements out of the webpage and replaced them with the Bad Apple video. Sure. It looks neat. And it's kind of what I was planning to do for the thumbnail when I make this into a video. Like, I was going to do the tier list, and like every single one of the frames was just going to be a frame of Bad Apple. It's neat. I think it belongs somewhere around, like, these ones in B tier, like the file manipulation stuff. Yeah, I think that is fine. So this is the one that shows the actual characters. Now, I know there's a couple uploads of this, so the one that we're watching is from Archangel, MMD6, Bad Apple 3D. How many characters do you recognize? It's just the Mountain of Faith cast. I don't even know the names of the two main characters. Like, I'm not a Touhou fan. I just like Bad Apple. I think it's super interesting. Okay, I wanted to rewind right quick. So, like, I'm not disparaging, like, this is really cool of them to show, like, all the characters as they actually are. But the way that the transitions have to be done when you do it this way goes to show just how imaginative and incredible the Bad Apple. Wow, fake fan. I know I am. I've said I'm a massive fake fan. I just really wanted to do a Bad Apples tier list because I think it's super fun. But like this right here, like this shows like the fact they have to do like a fade transition so that it works. Even in the like the Bad Apple music video, it kind of bends a bit to make it the feathers, right? But like that just goes to show like how much the shadow puppetry covers up the transitions and makes it flow so well, you know. And it's just like another part that makes me appreciate the original music video so much. But where do we want to put this one? You think it's A? Yeah. I don't think it's more interesting than these, I'll be honest. And like as I was saying, it kind of shows why Bad Apple is so phenomenal with the way it does its transitions with the shadow puppetry. Because this one kind of has to just do like fades to really make it work. But I think it's a good video. There's a version that's on a quantum computer. Rank that one. Hey, Decomb Hill. We could do that, yeah. I'll have to find it, though, first. After we do these ones. This is by Branta Games, and it's Bad Apple, but it disappears if you pause it. So this one's going to be really hard to actually take a screenshot of. Oh, yeah. This one's going to be impossible to take a good screenshot of. Okay, we kind of get it with this one. But as soon as I pause it, she's gone. She's gone. I think I'm just going to have to... Yeah, we're just going to do this. Fuck it. Like, there's nothing we can do about this one. It's the way it is that like you literally just have to take a screenshot of a bunch of static. Oh, you can kind of see it a little bit when you scrunch it. That's funny, though. It's definitely interesting. A little bit annoying because we can't screenshot it. I think it's in B. I'm thinking B too. I think it's more interesting than these ones. I think the fluid one still is like way more satisfying to watch. Alright, so this one is MP Cat with Bad Apple, but it's Discord messages. Okay. We'll stop there this time. I don't want to rank this one super high, only because I can already think of a way to make it better. And that would be if it was multiple people like the r/place one. That's what kind of makes that one so impressive, is that it's done on r/place, right? This, like, it's not unimpressive, but like, it's just one person posting all of them as a bot. I don't know. I'm gonna put this one down in C, I think. And there's no musical change. It's just the ASCII art, but run through a bot on Discord in a server on your own, not like a bunch of people. I think this one is down here. Stop motion PV. This is by Daryl Bonau. Oh, that's fun. It's in the air. Okay, cool. Oh my god. Oh, this is... Holy shit. This might be another S tier. What the hell? Oh, that's cool. Fade to dark. Solid A tier. I think this is going into S, and I'll explain why. So, normally I would agree and put this in A. Stop motion is so cool because of how much effort it takes too. Yes. So, it would already be put in A because it's stop motion like that, right? Normally, I would only put a video like this in A if it was just the stop motion, where if it was just this for the whole video. If that was the whole video, this would be an A tier, probably. Maybe B, but I think it would probably be A. I think A. The reason I'm putting it into S is because there is a very clear understanding, again, of what makes Bad Apple so cool. And it's the transitions and the way that, like, they're playing around with moving the actual pictures all over the place. Like, at first I was just like, okay, this is cool. Yeah, like, we're watching it. And then moving the camera upwards because we're actually going to take the picture off of the work mat and bring it into the air. And then using stuff like this, where you're using the black of the trailing to simulate the movement of the knife flying through the air. And, like, all the copies underneath. And the quick cut in on Flandre here in a second. I apologize if I'm screwing up the names. But, like, the cut in on that because you know that's creepy. And, like, all these, like, repeated touches after touches after touches that make it more interesting to watch than just another Bad Apple. And it's to the point we watched the whole thing because there was always something new happening. And I think this is fully deserving of an S tier. Like, this is incredible. I think it goes right there because, like, this is cool, but this just feels like it has a little more of an understanding of the things that make Bad Apple really cool. This one is just like a crazy level of effort. This one's just so original, and this is like the best thing that's ever been done of Bad Apple. Like, I don't think anything's gonna beat. So this is Junferno with I Have Run Out of Things to Play Bad Apple On.
I was saying.
Okay. So this is the Windows virus again. Does this have, like, other ones that he's doing, or is it just... Okay, we're gonna stop it there then. This is just the Windows virus version again, but I think it's less. Like, it's just like comparing these two. Compare this to the one in blue here. This is much cleaner, like high C. And I should stress that right now again, is that, like, none of these are bad. Like, every single one of even the apple that was done in Blender. Even the apple that was done in Blender. That is effort. That took a lot of time and work. And it is very good. I just want to rank ones that are impressive and interesting and really, you know, flourished amongst the rest. You know, things that stood out, right? So this is by Hydroxyl.
With your $30 haircut.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen something like this before. It sounds like the song's falling apart. Okay, that was fun. That one was really fun. I think it belongs, like, wherever we decide to put animating it by memory tonight, I think we need to put this one alongside it. So this is Bad Apple featuring Nomiko PV with Flipbook by Carol Smith. Ooh. Oh, God. Look at the stack. Look at the stack. They've got more. Oh. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I like the Pecora acrylic in the background too. I do like the choice to go with blue instead of red here, or at least the different colors. This one's amazing. Yeah, no, this is S tier. This is absolutely going in S. It's so much work and I love it. That was fantastic. How many books was that? 16? That was beautiful. The fact that you hand drew every single panel, the fact that you did 16 fucking booklets of it, the willingness to, like, have the background video there, not only just as a guide, but, like, so that we can also see it for comparison. You had the music playing, and it had you're just playing it out the speakers. It had, like, a very home video feel to it. I love the Pecora acrylic in the background too. It's a really good touch. Yeah. I think this goes I'm just going to put it above this only because this just printed off the scenes. So this is by Ocean Bagel. Okay, I see. I'm going to be real on this one. I'm not super impressed for two reasons. One, it just kind of looks like they're running the video as like a pixelated attack, right? It's similar to the Mario 64 one. Yes, it is. Do you want to know what my problem is? Is that they aren't engaging with it as a game. They're not engaging with it as a level. They sat in the top left corner and then, or moved to the bottom right corner, and then they moved to the top left corner, and they're barely engaging with it as a level. So like as a video, it just kind of sucks. Whereas like in these two, they played the level. They had to dodge. They had to, you know, actually engage. So I think it loses a lot of points there that they're not actually needing to do anything. They're just kind of hiding in corners. And I think I want to put this in B. And like I understand not wanting to die, so you can show it off, but like bad apple, but played in Conway's Game of Life. This is by Slomy. Whoa. That's like as trippy as the volumetric one from earlier. I'm gonna score it around wherever I scored the weird volume one. I think I put it just below the Windows virus. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it on second thought. It is... I think these ones are more interesting than it. Yeah. I'm going to put it at top of B. So this is a C1 65A Bad Apple by Iba Svensson. This one's got like a spooky kind of feel to it. So what the hell is that thing? Oh, it's an oscilloscope. Okay. It's a low A just for the weird factor. Yeah, I was thinking about the same. But the next one here is from Test 1 with Bad Apple, but with 12 Rubik's Cubes. For a 12x9 grid, pretty decent, I'll be real. The thing that scares me more about this one, after like thinking about it for 2 seconds, they're Rubik's Cubes. Imagine rotating every one of those to get the right shape every time. I don't think it's S tier worthy, but I want to put it in A. That is, like, again, terrifying commitment to the bit. Yeah, I think that belongs in A. So this is by Omoli Imi. Bad Apple, but it's Magic Eye. So the thing with this one is I don't know if I can actually see it. I think at times I notice bits of it, but it's very hard to see. So what it's supposed to look like, it's very, very faint. But this is what you're supposed to be able to see. You already saw one really similar? Yeah. But with this one, you can't even, like, see it. And, like, that might just be, like, a skill issue. Because, like, apparently there are people who just can't see this kind of thing. We'll put it down here. Because, like, you can't see it. It's really hard to tell. Fluid simulation. This is also similar to another one, but I think... Yeah, this is by Sebastian Log. So this one is similar to the gray one, but it's got the color going on with it. It makes it look a lot more vibrant. Ooh. That's really pretty. Yeah, I think this is the better fluid animation one. The other fluid one's in B. I kind of want to put this one in A. I think it looks super duper cool. This is by Java Monk. It's Minecraft 3D printed Bad Apple. Oh my god, it uses redstone. Oh geez. The printing takes 90 full days to complete. Oh, it moves. Oh my god. I don't have this slow, do I? No. Prints a 54 by 54 slice, and there are 1,745 slices. Holy. The diamond block walls were there to help me make sure the entire machine stayed rendered. Oh my god. This is the better of the Minecraft. I think this is the best Minecraft one. I'm going to be totally honest. This is the absolutely the best. Because it's not a command block thing. There's not chroma keying. It's... They built it. They fucking built it with the machine. They actually built the whole song. This is easily the best of the Minecraft ones. This is fucking crazy. Yeah, it's in reverse, but like, I'm not gonna bitch about that. Like, this is beyond crazy to me. I'm willing to put this in S. Now we're at one that I'm a bit biased on. I'm going to be putting this in S tier. This is one of my absolute favorite mixes of all. This is Bad Apple, Tesla Coil, and Laser Show by XA10C4. This is awesome. Let's sit back and enjoy this one. Yes, it's the instrumental version of the song, but you've got the Tesla Coil playing along for the vocals. The Laser Show looks incredible. Oh, wow, that's very interesting, as annoying as it is. Is there any moment where they're... That's kind of crazy that, like, there's no frame where they're whole. Yeah. I think it belongs here, because like again, I think that stop motion one just really has a firm understanding on Bad Apple, so I wanna keep that one relatively high. That one's, I love that. This is Bad Apple by I'm sorry I can't pronounce the Chinese name. This is from Billy though. Oh, not as noisy as I thought, and surprisingly good pixel value. I want to put it in A because again, like the craftsmanship of that. A tier, yeah, I think that's A tier. The craftsmanship behind that's very impressive. I appreciate the handiwork behind that one. Oh, this one's made with real apple. Here it is. This is the real apple one, by or uploaded by Ringoma Jiutu. This says Pixiv on there. There's no music. Oh, that's cool, doing like an apple coming back in reverse. Holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah, well, this is automatically going in S because it's somebody making Bad Apple out of real apples this time. They know what parts to reveal in what order to simulate the animation portion. Yeah, S tier. They made Bad Apple out of real apples. Like, come on, it's the exact opposite. If the fake apples are in D tier, we have to have the real apples in S tier. It's just the way. Oh goodness. Sorry, I also can't pronounce your name. Kone. Oh yeah, it's just 100 different versions of Bad Apple all at once. That is very fitting as our final one, or originally planned final. Ooh. But the vocals sound nice. It's like the final box remix of the main theme of the game when you're down, beaten, and getting back up because of the power of friendship. I think it's cool, but you're not really paying attention to any particular version. You're more just listening to it and watching all the funny things. A tier, yeah. I think it's more on the lower end of A tier for me, but I agree. I think it belongs up here. So we were asked to search for the quantum computer one. I think this is the one they probably mean. This one looks more interesting, per se. I think I'm too stupid to understand this one. I think they're like brute forcing it into making the possibilities create the images? I don't know. Can't really comprehend if it's impressive or not. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't understand what I'm looking at. It's the same problem with, like, the magic eye, right? Like, you can't see it. Or, like, we couldn't see it. So, I think we put it down there with the magic eye, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. These two are hidden. Oh, no! That was the whole bit all along. Because in the end, there's still one more version of a Bad Apple adaptation to talk about. And it's this one. Because technically, this is an adaptation of this. So let's rank the last two. Let's rank the original Bad Apple song. And we'll rank the music video. Uploaded by Flandre's Old World. This is the original Bad Apple as it was in the game. Yeah. I know Reese knows this, but like for when I make this into a video, this is to explain to other people. This is the original version of the Bad Apple song. Like, this is the only part that really carries over to the remix, is this opening bit here. Yeah, great. Love it. It's so good. When your song is more popular than yourself. Oh, I feel bad for this character. Was it Lily? Someone in the comments is going to say it. Ellie. I think we have to put it in S tier. It's not like an adaptation, but we'll just stuff it up in S tier because it's the original. It's where it came from, right? And now, to end this very long stream, for the final one, we have the original. One cool thing I remember hearing about with this, I think it was that that one dude who made the video all about Bad Apple, said that it was originally storyboarded by one person on a forum. I think it might have been on 4chan or something. But then it wasn't until like a while later that the music video was actually put together by a different group of people. And the black and white lends itself so well to the transitions. I used to listen to this a lot when I was in middle school and high school. I had a friend on DeviantArt introduced me to it. I'm sure I was bound to come across it even if I wasn't shown it. Actually, the first video on this channel that was uploaded with, after using DaVinci Resolve, a Gambit montage using Bad Apple. Yeah, that was the first video on this channel where I edited with DaVinci Resolve instead of iMovie 7. It's the one that inspired everything else. It's got to go right next to the OG. 50. We ranked 50 different versions of Bad Apple. That'll make for a good thumbnail. Actually, we'll make it 51 right quick, because let's give a shout out to this lo-fi version that I've been using tonight on the breaks by No World. We're gonna put this. We'll put this right up in A tier. Only reason why is because not S is because no video of it, but we'll put this up there. It's a really good lo-fi version. But this is your Bad Apple tier list. A lot of really good ones. And again, I want to preface this. Anything in C or D, it's not bad. It's just these are ones that we found, or I found, more impressive than the ones down there. Oh, this was a lot of fun though. This was great. It's awesome to have somebody in the chat that was like part of the #1 on the list of r/place. Thank you all very much for coming on out. Thank you to those who stayed for the entire duration. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.